Have you ever heard this? If you have, listen.
There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, we're back. And this week is just Cody Cast. There's no Kai. But we got Alvin Evans back here. And our real guest this week, Coota Brown, everybody.
Yes, sir.
The rapper,
yes, sir.
/ I mean, you're creator.
Yes, I would say at this point in time, I'm transitioning. B-roll joke. Nah, I'm transitioning to some other things, but no. Coota Brown, born and raised in Metropolis, Texas. Hip hop artist and trying to do more live band showcases and work. So I linked up with Alvin Evans and also Nether Hour and Keezy Experience, and they've given me the opportunity to actually kind of like watch their work and start to get my professional stage presence and using a musical backdrop band. So I'm very happy to be here to start this journey and having a great person like Alvin that actually been pushing me and making me really more focused to doing that because he wants to see me successful. And thank y'all for having this pathway for talent and artists, especially right now that the city's imploding, to show like how great we are and we kind of don't get the recognition. So when I saw y'all did that interview, I immediately was like, first off, I'm proud of Alvin for actually getting out there, getting his branding there. But I'm also like thankful for a space that y'all giving us as artists. So thank you,
Hell yeah,
Cody,
man.
and shout out to Kai out there.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. And dude, this is your second podcast out?
Yeah,
2 for 2.
He's getting it. He's getting it.
He's getting some accolades. Wow.
I'm assuming you've done a podcast before, though.
Yes. So actually, we my old production team. Shout out to my DJ that's in the building, 912 Nari. We actually had a podcast production company called Paradox Productions, called Live at the Docks, where similar to what you do, Cody and Kai, we would have people call in.
Mm-hmm.
We actually would have a list of music for unreleased artists, and we'll play it and have music reviews online, and actually have a lot of these people call in from our stream and
nice.
I think also our WhatsApp, so they can just chime in and give their own opinion what's going on in the Austin circuit. But it got so big that we were getting artists submitting music from California, Atlanta, even overseas, and then we just kind of relocated to a different building. So we bought a big old townhouse, making a content house. So everything's going to now become live at the crib. So very soon you're going to see a lot of more segments, and we're going to have Alvin and other artists online, actually inside of our crib playing live music. So I think that's just going to shape us differently in this music genre for Austin and also for podcasting. So I'm hopefully we can have you on there as a guest.
Dude,
just to change.
I love it, man. Yeah. Dude, I appreciate, like, because I know you say your DJs in the building, but then like you do rapping with like live bands too. Like you're not just limited to having a DJ, which I'm not saying all rappers are, but like a lot of rappers, that's the formula.
Of course.
So to add the extra, like the instrumentation to me adds that whole like the extra level of texture to stuff. I saw one of your videos actually before in San Antonio. You had a white drummer, bro. What's going on? Dude, I was like, where's Alvin? No, it was in San Antonio. It was in San Antonio.
I know.
It was in San Antonio.
And
he wasn't bad. I don't know who he was.
Of course not.
Shout out to you, white guy, drummer guy.
Hey, sometimes you just got to fill in space with what you got. But I'm telling you right now, coming from Austin, especially him coming from Mississippi, and just knowing that there's so much of a gumbo mix of talent and entertainment and content creators, it's always great to run into individuals like you, Alvin, even my DJ. Like, we've had 7 years of knowing each other. However, it took us just to be like, okay, I seen you a lot, but I actually got to talk to you. Bro. Once you talk to him, it's like, bro, I feel like I've known you for years. Yeah. That's how I felt about Alvin and what he was telling me about y'all. I've already felt that energy from y'all. So I just think that you, in the next 6 months, it's going to be very hard for people to book and get these guests because y'all consistent. And I saw the way y'all production came out. I just know that he doesn't get a lot of notoriety, and to see like him in that light, comfortable talking and really expressing himself as an artist, not just a musician, but as an artist, creating something out of nothing. I was like, dude, I want to be a part of that. Before it gets like too big and out of reach. I'm like, oh, well, we're way too goddamn busy for you, Coota. I'm like, nah, let me do this now. So.
No. I went and saw Nether Hour at C-Boys, and when I went up to him, I was just like, what's up, bro? Like, and he's like, and he gave me the shout on the pod. And I was like, bro, come on. Cause I'm like, respect as a drummer to drummer. But, yeah, man, I love, in fact, you're the first like hip hop artist I think we've had, like straight up. So we've had musicians,
all I'm saying.
we've had comedians, we've had
I like that.
bro, dude. So I gotta tell you, because comedy too, like there's you freestyle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I used to do this show when I lived in New York. And,
Improv?
So it was at this place called Fat Baby of the Lower East Side. And this crew that ran this show, like Pete Davidson ran with this crew, like before he got super famous, but like they would do a show and bro, this thing would pop. And it every comic, they would do their set. And then at the end, there was like a topic bucket. You pull a topic out and it'd have some stupid, like your mama's ass is fat or some shit. And then the DJ drops a beat and the comics have to freestyle rap.
That is dope.
That's like wild style.
Yeah, that's wild style. I like that.
And it was great because like in some case, like a lot of times they were fucking terrible, but it was hilarious because they were just terrible. But then sometimes, shout out to a comic, Noah Gardenswartz, bro. I probably haven't heard of him. But dude, this guy had bars, bro. Like, I didn't know Jews could rap. What? Oh wait, Lil Dicky.
It's fun to know. Lil Dicky, shout out Lil Dicky. He is like one of a real good friend of mine. Like when he comes around with his actual manager, shout out to him as well. They always down to earth. Like he's one of those few people I've ran into in my musical career and being a fan of music that's never changed. Like seriously. Forget the culture thing. He is a real human being. You know, he's the type of person to come down to Austin and go down to UT's University of Texas and go to the bowling alley, the drag, and bowl. Like, no, he's not getting effed up. He's not doing all this extra stuff you see on TV. He's bowling. He's like a real, just like down to earth person. And there's nothing better than having those individuals because they keep you grounded. They keep you aware that as much as I become successful, what did I do it for? You know what I mean? What is the real goal? I'm just trying to have fun with the time that I have. And he truly is the example of that. So shout out Lil Dicky for
Lil Dicky, dude. He's great. Bro, he's got, I saw him freestyle, I think on Sway.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
He'll make me step my shit up. I ain't gonna lie.
I gotta listen to some of his songs, man. One time I played one of his songs, my daughter started crying. That was the bad side. So I'm gonna give him one more chance. I'm gonna take my daughter out of the room, like wait till she sleep or some shit. But nah, Lil Dick ain't it.
You just gotta give him a chance, bro.
My daughter ain't fucking with him. For real, dog.
No, but what you're saying, I really like that a lot because I mean I don't know him, so like up on a personal level. So it's like there are those people like where when people get big, some people stay humble, stay cool, stay like approachable, like it doesn't necessarily go to their head. And then like, but also other people where it's like you have every excuse, every reason to maybe if you wanted to be arrogant about it or be an asshole, yet you choose still to be a cool person, bro.
That takes a lot.
That's it.
That takes a lot. It really does. Because you got to think about it, day in and day out, that's what their interaction is. So if you can still have that tolerance level to not allow that to get you out of your person, that these people see you in this light, I got to commend that to you. So to run past those or run across and interact with those individuals, it heightens me to be like, I want that. I want you. I don't care if I was having the worst day, a flight issue or whatever it may be. You come in and spending the time, it's like, hey, you're Coota Brown. Can I please have a picture with you? It's all about how your approach is. Your approach is that I'm giving you that time because I don't know what that meant to you. I always look at the glasses half empty and half full. Dude,
and like also, you just, like, you don't know, man. You don't know who is going to do what. There's this cat, Ralph Barbosa. He's a comedian. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yes, I have. Hispanic. He's always shouting out Texas. And, you know, he grew up wanting to actually be inside the body paint shop and make candy paint, which is a big thing in, like, Texas and Austin. It's just the way your car looks with a lot of gloss. But yeah, we love Ralph.
He got his Skyline. Yeah. Dude, no, but like.
He got a Skyline,
bro,
yes, sir.
I lived in Dallas briefly. I was in New York and then I came back to Texas and I lived in Dallas for like a year and a half. And I remember seeing this dude around. He was like a first year open micer at that point. And like people, you know, when you meet people and you don't know, it's like, bro, they could be the next fucking big thing. So it's, that's why it's always like, I saw that I posted this the other day, or I posted this a while ago, but I was like, I saw it the other day randomly. But I do believe this. Like, you can tell a lot about a person's character based on how they treat people that can't do shit for them.
Facts.
That's like, because when you get to a certain point, there's going to be far fewer people who can do shit for you than people who can do shit for you. Yeah. So.
And that goes far because I would say this again about Alvin. When I first interacted with him, I'm still on this depression. I lost a lot of my grandparents and older folks that believed in this music branding of me. And to have his interaction and Keezy, shout out to Keezy, to tell me is like, hey, you still have it. Like, you're still very, very talented. And that means a lot because in my mind, it's like we're at the same level. yet and still you're doing a lot for me that I didn't even know that I needed. Just the conversation, just being someone I can call and just like kind of really just pick their brain like, hey, what if I did this into my performances? What if I added like, you know, an in-ear monitor so my music can be sent to me lyrics wise and everything else you hear is just music. Like I want that experience because I see how great they do on stage. I don't want to leave anybody lackluster to what they've seen in the past. Keys experienced great performances, Nether Hour, and you're going to get the same thing from Coota Brown because I'm watching and coming up under these great, you know, craftsmanships of performers.
Yeah, well, and there's like different styles too, you know, coming together. Like but pre-show you mentioned too, so you got into like rap. Mm-hmm. You mentioned like a heartbreak thing.
Yeah, so I took the rap seriously. Let's already double back. I'm born and raised in Southern Baptist type of household. I'm from Metropolis, Texas, little section out there in Austin that actually was a town before it was annexed into Austin as, you know, part of the city. And in my section, we have Southern Baptist. So my great grandfather was first black plumber here, also was a pastor. So with a lot of this background, I wasn't allowed to do a certain amount of music. So because I couldn't play any instruments, I got into writing very well. However, my grandparents were not going for that. If it's not God, then it's the devil. So as I got older and graduated, I had a bad heartbreak, and I told the woman, I was like, hey, you're the last one. If this doesn't work out, I'm going to make you famous, and you're not going to get $1 from it. Like, you're going to be my muse, and everybody going to know I'm talking about you, but you won't collect no ROI. Yeah. You won't get no return investment on me.
You ain't even going to say her name now.
I won't. And she's beautiful. She has a child. She has kids. She's a happily mother and everything, but she knows what it is when it comes to me, and I'm happy that she knows that. Because like shout out to Alvin for bringing that topic up. But no, seriously, because the name Coota Brown honestly came from my great grandfather being drunk one day and was like, "Hey, Coota." I'm like, I swear to you, this is the story of my name. And he literally was like, I was like, well, why are you calling me Coota? He's like, it'll stick with you one day. Now, mind you,
he did. He went live.
He ain't lied. So, mind you, he passes away like 2 years later. I'm in college in Dallas, Texas, actually. I went to an all-black school, Paul Quinn University. And my teammates were like, boy, I'm higher than Coota Brown. I look up in the air. I'm like, oh, that's my grandpa talking to me. Hey, man, my rap name going to be Coota Brown. They just started laughing. It's like, nobody's going to respect you with a rap name like Coota Brown. And 10 to 12 years later, I'm still having podcasts with, Cody and Kai and doing shows with them.
Dude, I know. I mean, I saw your shit, man, and like, you see some of these hip hop artists out here, and you're like, bro, you got the goods, man. You got the goods, dude, and it's coming from a real place. That's the most important part because I think people they get into things for different reasons, of
course.
And it's like whenever you get into it, and it's coming from this place. It's like, bro, it's always going to be the most real shit, like facts.
I hope so because my biggest aspect is that my daughter's watching, and. Being that she's of age that she can choose the type of music and the people that are around her, even her friends are like, your daddy is really, really good at music. And I'm thinking like, Jesus, I would never think I would get these kids' attention. No. So now I'm being more conscious of what I'm producing and what I'm like putting together for henceforth for the newer generations. Because now I know my daughter and her friends are listening to my music. Yeah. And she's a stickler. She would get in my car. My DJ's heard her say it before, Daddy, you need to make better music. I'm like, oh my God. Jeez. Okay, that's good. That means you're listening at least. But no, definitely. If you're in the right space, I don't think the only surprise or reward you should have is just seeing how your people react to your music. So,
what do you you were mentioning about like what you do lyrically and like all that. What do you think about the messaging in hip hop like right now nowadays?
As a majority, we're overlooking a lot of great talent. Because it's all about, like I was telling my DJ and Alvin before, it's all about the shock value and the clicks and the responses. There's never really substance anymore. And the ones that do have a lot of substance, you have to go really, really finding them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, shout out to bro, I believe he's from Dallas or Houston, but the one that was in the new Transformers Beast movie, he's a great artist. He's phenomenal, but you're not going to get that type of push for his message that he's pushing. Yeah. Same with J. Cole. The same with Isaiah Rashad. The same with Kendrick Lamar. There's a big long list of artists that don't get that type of actual network and national notoriety, but they're beasts. They cannot be denied, and that's okay. I just say it for Austin, there's the same amount of talent. but we're only focused on the one that's shock value, the one that's very, very just like, yeah, but is it really the music or is it just the antics that's making them more popular than other artists? And that's where we're at right now.
Well, and a lot of these young cats, dude, like, cause they're like, and dude, like J. Cole, bro, like my last pod previous iteration of a pod before this one, my opening song was a remix on 1985.
Great
1985,
song. Yeah.
I rap. Dude, but I'm like, that song, bro, I was in my car. I think I was on like a road trip or something, and I was driving, and you know, sometimes you'll have like a mix on, and you're not even really paying attention. Your thoughts, your mind's elsewhere or whatever. And my mind was somewhere else. And I remember that song came on, and like maybe about halfway through, all of a sudden it goes, and it grabs me, and I'm like, and I listen to the rest, and I'm like, I gotta go right back and listen to that song again because I didn't even catch the first half. And bro, like I was like, and then of course it was 1985, which is my birth year, and I was like, so bro, and I was like, that's the kind of shit. And I always say this about like guys like J. Cole, Kendrick, meat and potatoes. Drake, potato chips, dude. Shit's potato chips, dog. Market.
I ain't gonna lie, he's absolutely right because I can break down Drake's whole career and y'all would think I was a hater, but I'm not gonna do that.
Drake, bro, he good. I ain't gonna take nothing away from him.
He's a culture vulture.
I like potato chips.
Always, I'm singing on the low. Nah, bro.
I'm just saying.
Nah, that's not hip hop, man. That nigga R&B.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and then you get into like Travis Scott, and I'm like, what the fuck is this dude on? Because there feels like some satanic shit going on there, dude.
The reason why I don't want to talk about Travis Scott, because if I talk about Travis Scott, that means I have to go all the way to 2000 and start talking about T-Pain.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, go, please.
Yeah, please.
Because I'm like,
because with the, you know what I'm saying, how the change sound, everybody, like every new rapper now want to sound like Travis Scott.
Yeah.
And in the early 2000s,
everybody wanted that.
Everybody wanted to sound like T-Pain, but I was fucking with T-Pain. I ain't gonna lie, I was fucking with T-Pain.
Trying to get to you and that.
Yeah, bro, I fuck with T-Pain, but Travis Scott, man, I just can't jump on that bandwagon right now.
It's okay.
Bro. It's just, I don't know.
Respectfully, I can know why that you can't jump on that bandwagon because he is a genius, and it's not a genius that you need to accept musically. No, you got to understand. Let me break this down for you. Please. Travis Scott went to University of Texas and had a scholarship as a track and field athlete. How I know that? Just because I'm tapped in the city. Travis was already working his deal with Grand Hustle and T.I. So you feel what I'm saying? So the man was already going to school. He was already dealing with a record label. So he knew what he was doing. So all it took was the right opportunity for him making this unique sound. Going back, what you're saying is when you make something like when you have this supernova inside of the universe, everybody's kind of like the fire trail of that. That's where you have the XXXTentacion's pop out. That's where you have the 6ix9ine pop out.
That's wild, bro.
Because my point about it, like I was telling you before, once I get to the point that I can give you one of these Good Kid, Mad City albums for Austin, my only goal is to become an A&R and filtering great talent. Because right now we're only nitpicking people for shock value entertainment, but they don't have no meat and potatoes. You're getting a lot of potato chips. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say potato chips. You're getting a lot of rap snacks. They don't even have enough flavor in it. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's go back to down home cooking. Let's go back to Franklin's barbecue, Sim's barbecue, Roy's barbecue. Let's really have some 14 to 17 hours of preparation to what we're putting on these tables for these listeners to indulge and actually eat. Like this food for thought came from the individuals like Erykah Badu. That's the reason why my music hits a different way, because I'm listening to soul singers like Sade. I'm listening to these individuals like Marsha Ambrosia. I'm listening to these individuals that make me look at life and the world different, and then go out and hug a tree, and then go back and roll up a tree and make a great song. You'll ask me, why do you have this infatuation about trees? Because it's Mother Earth. It's the earth that touches everything when you're not seeing it. Yeah. And if I can give you just a teaspoon of that, then I did right.
Yeah, well, and I think, dude, also like that resonates more with the larger audience. Of
course.
You know, it's not like, because I said the same thing, different subject, but Patrice, but like how, as a white dude, when I heard him, it was like he would say shit where I'm like, I'm surprised you're a black dude to say that shit. Because it's like, he's speaking to a large, he's not just speaking to one demographic, he's speaking to everyone, dude. And it's like, that's where you get that.
And I'm so happy you said
resonation.
That doubled back to his original statement of Travis Scott. Travis knew what his audience was. And if you know you can make that target for, that's the reason why a lot of these artists are trying to get and capture that lightning in the bottle that he was able to do. But you got to see how many years it took him to do that. He was going against his own label heads like T.I. like, nah, I'm making tracks like this. And T.I. is like, nah, you should be doing. He's like, no, I know what I'm doing. And it took him to be like, you know something? He's right. So what he ended up doing? Going to Good Music with Kanye. And then you hear what? A whole different sound from Kanye because Travis Scott was the one producing these sounds for the Dark Twisted Fantasy album. A lot of people don't understand that you had people like Saha the Prince, Travis Scott, Swiss Beats behind there giving you this real dark medieval drum sound. But guess what? Who was doing that first? Travis.
Yeah.
It was a perfect look. It just didn't make no sense in Grand Hustle because they didn't have the actual foundation and that actual building to actually make that flourish. Kanye did because you had the Sheck West, you had the Pusha T's. You know what I mean? You had Tiana Taylor. Like I can go through a whole list of their. You feel what I'm saying? So
Fade.
Yeah, Saha the Prince. So
my goodness.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, that music video had me the choke hold, boy. I was like,
that music video reminds you that you are not
only
fit.
is, I mean, the jam, like another Kanye being Kanye, but like, and then add that video on it.
Come on,
you're
now.
like, God,
it makes you remind yourself you're not fit. Because every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, I can never get Tiana Taylor. I could never. I've been in love with her since my famous Sweet 16 when she had that goddamn episode and she went crazy when she was young. Like, man, she bad, but she's not good for anybody. You can see what she did to Iman. Shout out to Iman Shumpert.
Bro. Dude.
Oh yeah, I know too much about these celebrities. I ain't got no life.
Yeah, she did my boy.
She did my man Iman terrible, bro.
They ain't gonna get a Michael B. Jordan looking nigga afterwards.
Yeah, the one that
like,
and just side note, if anybody hears me, do not vote him for the new Black Panther. Once again, do not vote that new light-skinned in-house.
What's your boy?
Yeah, dog.
Me, man.
No, for real, for real. You?
I do my own stunts and shit. So
yeah, you probably bounce on your belly. Let's go and do it.
Bro.
That was just
nigga, fuck.
All my fucking Tom Cruise up in this bitch.
You know, I'll do all my stunts.
I'm like Michael J. White, man.
Shit.
Stop.
Dude, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit, but then there's a lot of like real motherfuckers if you're paying attention, seriously. And those are the ones that are changing the fucking game, dude. Yeah, 100%.
It takes a lot, and I'm so happy that you speaking and putting the analogy with like comedy and music, and because I wanted to ask you outside. Have you ever been to a Kill Tony mothership? So you have already.
Watch the first episode of this podcast.
So
I bombed in front of.
Wait a minute!
It's something different. I did. Well, I fucked up because I came out and I was like, I had seen Kill Tony. I don't really watch it, but I had seen it, and it's so weird because as a stand-up, you know, we're just used to being out there by ourselves.
Yeah.
So when you go out there and it's like comedy American Idol basically.
Yeah.
And like you're like, I want Simon to like me, you know.
Okay.
You know, but it's like, and I kind of like talked to them, and then it was like, oh wait, I'm supposed to go. And then so before I ever even told a fucking joke, I lost all the trust that the audience had. So like it was like amateur hour shit. And then I got a little bit of laughs, but it was like in a minute I could get a crowd back, but I need more than a minute to do it. A minute's not enough. So
how does Kill Tony work? Do you have to sign up? Do you have to do the submission? Do you have to wait early? Just get your 1 minute? Like,
yeah, you just go Mondays, and there's a bar across the street from the mothership.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Poor Choices, I think, at least that's where they've been doing it. But yeah,
Blind Pig.
Is Blind Pig. So
yeah.
And you go in, and then like the lines, you know, out in the fucking street and shit, and everybody signs up, and then. Yeah, you have to sit and wait, and you know and the night I got called, bro, it was another night where when you're in comedy, I call these character building nights because you just like go out and it's like, why the fuck am I even here right now? And I'm just sitting there and they're like, Cody Odell, and I'm like, fucking got to turn it on now, and then they run you across the street and like throw you up, and it's like super like whirlwind and yeah, it's just, it all happened so fast. It was like, by the time it was done, I was like, what the fuck, dude? Because it's comedy, but it's not. It's like, it's a lot of these people that go out there and sign up. They're not really comics. They're not out here, you know, pounding the open mics, you know, doing the reps, getting better. Yeah. They're just showing up because it's fucking Kill Tony. So it created this whole other faction of people that come out. and it kind of pollutes it for the people that are actually doing stand up. Yeah, because it's like, oh shit, like this guy gets called up fucking in a Batman fucking costume. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but it's just one of those things where, so it's comedy, but it's more of a that audience. Like, I'm convinced half of them, it's the same reason people used to watch American Idol back in the day. It's like half of it, you watch it because you're like, fuck, that dude's fucking ridiculous. And the other half, you're like, oh my God, that guy's fucking terrible. You know, so it's like, it's that mixture. And so I think a lot of his crowd like wants to hate people. Like that's, so, which is fine, but it's like, yeah. So, you know, when you go in, that's comedy for you, bro. They're not rooting for you to succeed. They want you to fail.
They want you to
fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So when you give them any reason to like not like you, they're gonna grab it. So
perfect.
Yeah, that was my experience. Kill Tony.
Perfect,
I
man.
would have been like, man, fuck all y'all bitch ass niggas.
And then find out. You're
my boy
famous.
Chris Tellez was like, he's like, if you ever get back on, which I'm one of these days, I'm sure. Well, he's like, you should like first thing you should say when you come out, it's like, I'm back. Dude, I'm like, bro, but it's like, yeah, it's tough. And comedy, you said something to loop it back to the hip hop thing too, which made me think comedy with Travis Scott, which was that, or I'm sorry, not Travis Scott, T-Pain, but then Travis Scott, but like spawning this whole generation of imitators. Dude, great comics do the same thing, dude. Like Louis, like there's a bunch of Louis C.K. wannabes out there, dude. There's a bunch of like
Bill Murs,
dude, Bill Burr, yeah,
bro.
And like, dude, I've seen guys that it's like, this is Norm Macdonald's cadence, like,
oh my God,
because comics have cadence.
Norm.
Yeah,
like, real talk. Like RIP to Norm.
Bro,
like
it's so crazy he had cancer as long as he did and didn't fucking say shit.
And not only that, like shout out to Norm to bringing like Dave Chappelle's one of his first like movie debuts is a movie called Screwed. It's Norm Macdonald, Dave Chappelle, and Danny DeVito. You know what I mean? Great movie. If y'all never get a chance, go check out Screwed, and also go check out Robin Hood, Men's in Tights with Dave Chappelle. That was one of my first introductions to Dave Chappelle. Like I'm a real.
If I was that close to the horses, I'd be more worried about getting pissed on.
Oh yes, dude, like
that was one of Chappelle's earliest.
Exactly.
Yeah, mine was Blue Streak.
Oh, Blue Streak was amazing.
Fucking Martin Lawrence.
Amazing.
Lawrence, that's
Two DC
shit.
boys in the building was crazy.
Bro,
I loved it.
That's my shit.
I love
forever,
it,
bro.
But definitely, like, and I'm happy that you had that experience because as being an Austinite and seeing all the things that come to the city, I'm very happy for what's going on. Only thing I'm upset about is just like we don't get enough notoriety to the people that helped make this what it was. Like I'm happy that now we're getting respect into the 11th Street, the historical Black Street with Victory Grill and things of that nature. But there's a lot of other things that's going on that we need to address. And I'm not trying to be no like community activist, but there's some things that we can just do by just being human to one another, just talking. Like seriously, matter of fact, I got one topic. If you move to Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world, you cannot bitch about our music. I'm going to say this again. If you move to Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world, you cannot bitch about the music. I don't give a damn about the music coming from cars. I don't give a damn about music that's coming from the bars that you chose to pick your condo and live right next to. Go suck a monkey's dick. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because this is going to keep going with or without you. Don't come to this city trying to bring what you learned from Atlanta or what you were accustomed to in California. I don't care if it was Timbuktu, Mexico, or Yucatan. Stop playing with this city because eventually we're not going to be Austin. And then you're going to be mad and be like, why did I spend all this money here? Why did I invest my life and my future of my family here? And it's no longer what I'm here for. Yeah. It's because you made it try to be comfort to what you just left. Yeah. We're not for that. Yeah. And you're going to get a lot of Austinites like us that's going to tell you we're not for that. Yeah. Period. Dude. Well, and you know what's interesting? A lot of people will say Austin's a blue city. I disagree. I think it's purple. No, definitely. It's purple. It's like it's not all blue, it's not all red. But it's when you have that melting pot together where you go to certain cities and it's a fucking echo chamber, right? Yeah. And so everybody's the same. Versus here, you've got a lot of different opinions, man. And that's fucking good, dude. It's good for progress. It's good for fucking creativity, dude. Yes. It's like different people coming in and like, oh, we got these influences. We got hip hop. We got country. We got, all these different things. I love it. No offense. I'm not sharing on it. I'm not at all. But I mean, it's like, so you that's as red as it gets. No, seriously. You know what I mean? So it's like, that is to me what adds the flavor to the city. And I agree, dude. And also anybody that says that,
you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Because there's amazing shit happening. I can go on a Tuesday and see fucking Groove Line and see these cats that are doing Madison Square Garden next weekend.
Yeah, facts.
And they're playing in the fucking small bar.
Small bar.
Yeah, I was in there and I seen Nikki be in there. I was like, yeah, what the fuck?
Just
she played with Beyonce.
I saw her. I was like, women can play drums?
we're not doing this. We're not getting. This is not part of Cody and Kai's podcast. We believe that everybody.
She was doing some amazing stuff.
She's
playing,
fucking amazing.
She was playing drums and cooking
insane.
at the same time. I was
love
like,
it.
wow.
Dude, there's this other girl. You probably follow her. I can't remember her fucking name. I think it's like Madison or something. She's she plays with JoJo, I think.
Why does that sound
she's
familiar?
this white girl. She went to like Berkeley. Bro, this girl fucking
Fire.
damn,
I
bro.
feel like I know what you're talking
I
about.
can't remember her name. I would pull her up right now. I just can't remember. But dude, yeah,
I know
bro.
you talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
I think-
Bro, it's some dope ass female drummers out here. It's a female. Her name is DeArcus Curry, and she's from where I'm from. And she plays for Janelle Monáe. She played for a lot of people. I think she played for T-Pain one time. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But she played for a lot of people. And she's a monster. And her big brother played for Keith Sweat and Mississippi Mass Choir and a lot of people. Candace Pierce.
Nobody.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Bro.
man, they and it was crazy. She played just like him.
Dude.
She played just like her big brother. But she, like, you'll think if she was playing behind this curtain right now, you'll think it's a grown ass man. Like,
Yeah.
and she plays through the drum. She hit hard. Like,
Yeah.
you need to check her out.
And the thing for women, like people will say, I really do think in drumming, women really do have to work harder to be seen, to be like respected. And because you'll see it, like it's unfortunate, but like you'll see these hot girls drummers on Instagram. They're not, I mean, they're functional, okay, you know, but they're not anything where you're like, whereas, dude, so those women that are good, they're getting drowned out by these women that are just using hotness
Bro,
as
I'm not gonna lie, it's this one chick that I post on my story. And she be playing the drum. Bro, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say
I seen it on your story
Bro,
too.
she sucked. But every time she posts a video, I'm reposting it. Like, bro.
Because she look good.
Bro, she look good, bro. She just got her ass hanging off the seat and shit. I'm like, okay, all
Once
right.
again, shock value.
I'm like, okay, she sound great.
bro. Well, and like, dude,
She sound great.
She sound great.
if you're both, if you're hot and fucking good, like as a woman, bro, you're.
No,
and that's that girl I was talking about. I think her Madison. I gotta figure out who he is.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, dude. But
She's a blonde.
I think so, dude. I'm like, I know I follow her, but yeah, bro.
Peyton, this is like
Peyton.
Yes.
I knew
Dude,
y'all.
he's fucking
Are
nasty.
you able to pull up Instagram and pull up? I think it's like Peyton.
Shout out Peyton.
Peyton Taylor.
Peyton Taylor?
Is it
I think
Peyton
that's
Taylor?
what it is.
Bro,
Yeah,
Let's
she's
this
nice.
girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's nice.
That's what we talking about.
if you type in Peyton,
Shout out Joe Rogan.
Peyton
and
Taylor.
everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No.
Well, she's in the music.
Hold on. I could look too. It may not be Taylor, but dude, this chick is, bro, she's
A lot of Peytons are getting some free advertisers. On the
right.
side.
We just made it.
Made it.
Actually, it was that top one, Peyton Taylor. It was.
Yeah, she's nasty.
Bro, yeah, just any of these videos, I'm sure. Whatever, you can play any of them. That's clean as fuck, dude. Bro. Dude. That snare sounds fucking
Yeah,
clean as fuck, too.
For real.
God damn.
Yeah, her mix
That
sound
kid's
great.
tune.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Her
great.
mix sounds great. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, bro. She's...
And all the
dudes, too.
Yeah,
all the dudes.
Just
Because they're
all the
like,
greats.
what?
Yeah,
And she's sexy, too. Dude.
Rod
She's...
Sutherland.
But she's not, look at that. She's not using sex appeal right now.
No,
Like,
no.
that's...
She's in the zone.
yeah.
She's really
playing.
playing her passion right now.
It's like when she's flowing, she's not thinking. She just beating the fuck out of the drum. She's just
Yeah.
having fun. That's the whole.
Yeah,
That's the greatest thing about drums, man.
Bro. And like, dude, that's some 10,000 hour shit right there, dude.
Yeah.
That's
I'm so happy you
legit.
said that. It does take 10,000 hours because for a while, I really thought my career would not be going anywhere because I wasn't taking the right decisions or, deals and things of that nature. But it goes back to what I was telling you before, is like being grounded. Like, I know where I want to go. I don't want anything like exuberant. I just want to know that I left a lasting impression on the people that I made this music for, and I'm able to take care of my day-to-day, my monthly expenses and things of that nature. I don't need no big watches, stuff like that. Like, I'm naturally a go-getter, but I just want this lane and this carve of Austin history musically to actually, just kind of blossom,
Yeah.
So I come from the era of gray tape music, and if you're not familiar, it's screwed and chopped. So Houston has this sound where it's slowed down, the song's extended. It sounds like the song is actually
Mike Jones.
You feel me? So that's funny that you say that. So Mike Jones and that whole carnival beats, that era, I'm part of that. And then prior to that, where people are jacking your instrumentals and they're freestyling it over it.
How do you feel about that?
I love that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, for us, I didn't even know about some of these national artists until I actually heard their music on videos like MTV. For me, I've heard more of, for instance, here in Texas, we love Missy Elliott and we love Timbaland because we took in so many of their beats and made them famous in the state of Texas by freestyling over them and having 6 artists over here going crazy, and then later on finding out that's not even their song. That song belongs to Timbaland and Missy Elliott, but we made it so popular because we came with our own sound and our culture of what we were saying on this like musical instrument.
Dude,
so that's where I
well, hip hop samples, bro. Like,
yeah, of
you know what I
course.
mean? But it's like when it's good, like I had no idea until like maybe 2 or 3 years ago that My Name Is a sample. It's Labby Cipher.
Really?
Labby Cipher. Pull up I got I think it's LABI on YouTube. Yeah, you can probably find
And
it.
you're talking about
And
My Name Is by
Labby
Eminem.
Cipher, yeah. And it's I think it's I forget the name of the song. I think it's called I Got the or something like that. It's like the first half of the song, that one right there. Go to like midway through it though, because it's like where it drops and you're like, oh shit, like this is the fucking My Name Is sample right here.
That is ill.
Dude.
They're right there. Hi, my name
Bro,
is
Kanye-
My name is who? My name.
Kanye sampled one of his songs.
Oh, yeah, he
also,
flipped it.
And I wonder if you know what it means. That's him, bro. I was like,
That's hard.
oh.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, you can
got
pause
some
it.
shit.
But like, yeah, but hip hop does that. But when you do it right,
Yes, it's undeniable.
and if we're honest with each other, and Alvin will back me up on this, all music is derivative, right?
facts.
So every generation of musicians builds upon what the generation before them did.
Of course.
And then they like great drummers like John Bonham
Yeah.
paved the way for like Danny Carey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you get these guys where it's like they come in and they create these fucking amazing things. And then hip hop, the beautiful thing about hip hop is it takes something like that this is like rhythm and like this is soul. This is, and then turns it into a hip hop hit.
Facts.
You know, because it's like you're taking this thing and you're building it into a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What was that girl? Jesus. She was riding in the street with a piano.
Alicia Keys?
No, not Alicia
Vanessa
Keys. Shout out
Carlton?
to- there you go. That
Vanessa
one.
Carlton.
That one. Vanessa. Yes. And guess what? It became a strong hip hop drill song.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
hip hop doesn't care. We really don't. If we think we can flip it and make it part of our culture, we're gonna flip it and make it a part of our culture.
Yeah.
Henceforth, why that whole Texas freestyling era was so big is because we can go platinum in Texas. We don't have to leave the state. We can do all of our own tours. That's why individuals like Slim Thug, Scarface, the Devin the Dudes, even the whole Ghetto Boys Society, and even Dallas, Texas, like the DSR, Dirty South Riders movement, and that was Big T music. Like I know a lot of this history because I wanted to be a part of it. But now being older, I'm seeing why that is still part of me now because we didn't need no help from the labels.
Yeah.
We're big enough that all it takes is compassion, consistency, and just staying gun-ho.
Yeah.
A lot of these cats were making millions of dollars by just going down the street.
Yeah.
I'm going to Houston. I'm going to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I can go to these little places, but really, I don't have to leave my own little comfort. Yeah,
Zero.
like there you go, Zero. You know, to me, he's our Southern Tupac because everything he said, he lived. He didn't falsify. Y'all can get mad about the little situation he got with Trey and his cousin, but musically, he's the most complete artist we've ever had.
Is he your
Rap a lot.
Texas GOAT?
Yeah, hands down.
Really?
Yeah. Zero's a Texas legend. He's on the route.
I know that, but I think for me it's Scarface.
Of course. If you want to do about if you want to do national records, it's going to be Scarface. Know why? Because no one can rap better.
Is he like a ride way?
You out of your mind. That was a terrible connection.
No, I ain't. No, listen to what I'm about to say. Okay, you know how
nope,
sad,
nope,
Zero songs
nope.
is, but you can still
nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
That
was a terrible connect. That was a terrible. I'm sorry. I love him to death, and that's my man's. Me and him talk outside of this, but Rod,
bro.
No, bro.
Zero,
you can't
made songs for niggas that was sad.
No,
and that's the same thing Rod Wave doing. I hate you, bitch.
Come on,
you know how many bitches I want to sing that song to, nigga? Nigga, what?
And fun fact, that was his first national hit.
Nigga, you know how, bro.
And that song was recorded while he was in I think the Harris County jail. So
what?
No, look up.
Bro.
I hate
on
you.
A phone?
No, they recorded him while he was in jail. I swear, you can look up "I Hate You, Bitch" by Zero. It was one of his biggest records and one of his first videos, and he was coming out of jail. Like you can hear, he's like, dun, 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 dun. He said, "Yeah, I'm coming out here as Harris County jail." He's really telling you, I'm in jail right now, behind this bitch. But you're absolutely right. That when you put it that way, I give you that. But I don't see him as a soft individual like Rod Wave. Rod is trying to act and be hard now.
That's Big Sean too, dude. If I can,
I
don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
dude.
Come on.
But it's a good song when even the girls, when he's shitting on the woman, are like,
yeah, I don't fuck with her either. But definitely, I just say for now, especially for Austin to curve his own musical lane, only thing that they respect us right now is the lane for Gary Clark Jr., the Stevie Ray Vaughns, the Willie Nelsons, things like that, which is fine because I still look up to them as that's where I want to have my career as when it comes to everything said and done, the notoriety. For individuals like Alvin and myself, it's great because we're not competing with nobody else but other stage performers. We're I'm not competing with another rapper. If you're not with a band and bringing 100+ people on a Wednesday or a Sunday, me and you can't even talk.
Yeah,
you have 100+ more views than I do, but are you getting a check? Do you have your business together?
Yeah.
Are you?
That's all that.
Yeah, once my stuff is locked in, I can open up for Nether Hour. I can open up for these individuals because now we're getting that melting pot we're talking about. If most people ask me, what is the most special thing about Austin, Texas? Have you ever had Louisiana cuisine? It's gumbo. Yeah. You don't know what you're going to get with each bite, but you can't wait to get to each bite. Yeah. That is the best analogy I can talk about Austin music. It's so much flavor, and it's up to you to taking that leap of faith. I'm going to try this. I may not know what's going to happen after I'm done with these tasting and checking out all these different flavors, but I would be doing myself no justice by not coming to try it. And I believe that's where we're at right now with the Austin music scene.
Yeah, dude. Well, there's some fucking dope MCs out here, bro. And I was actually, I'm glad you said all that too, because I was going to ask you, comparative to let's say an H-Town, right? Which is known for hip hop.
Of course.
That's of all the Texas cities, probably the most, known for hip hop. It's this is a culture change here. It's not new, but it certainly hasn't, it's nowhere near what Houston, the background and the history of Houston, but you're changing that.
Well, we actually do have much more of a tie to Houston. Growing up, for me, we were always Austin was basically the city that was baby Houston, just because of the founding fathers of the music scene in Houston really are from Austin. If we want to be serious, DJ Screw is not from Houston. He's from Smithville. Smithville is closer to Austin. That is Bastrop. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't like to hear that because it's the truth. Because now we're taking your legend and bringing them to a city that hasn't got that notoriety that this is where it came from, which is fine. But let's not lie about the facts. So with that, what you're saying is we're always being looked at as the little brother, the little cousin to Houston when it comes to music. So what we have to do is blow up outside of Austin and Texas, then come back for people to respect us. Perfect example is the Quinn FN. Signed to 2K Records, blows up around the same time with 6ix9ine and the XXXTentacion. Now you have this whole wave of great music. Now you're like, okay, what else is going to Austin bring that's not necessarily Houston, not necessarily New York, not necessarily the drill music scene out there in the Midwest with Chicago, but it's still something so unique that I'm interested in.
Yeah, I want to like hit the brakes too, because bro, triple XXXTentacion,
Yeah.
that's some of the craziest shit I've ever seen, dude. Like when he got like murdered in his fucking car, dude. Bro, that was wild, bro.
Seriously.
But it's crazy because you talk about like the messaging what I was talking about earlier. That I'm not saying he was asking for it, but he was playing with fucking fire, dude.
You're in a BMW i8 in a section of Florida that you know that they don't see that a lot. You stand out. There's a reason why certain people move a certain way, and it goes back to one person that I love that he drops this like street knowledge. Most rappers die in their own city, and that was Boosie Badass, and that is so true. And it's sad because I've been telling my DJ and my partners this: if I have enough money to buy a $60K Cartier watch,
I'm gonna talk about you.
I don't know about him.
I'm gonna be like, what you doing?
Well, yeah, like I don't get that safety should come first, and a lot of these artists are asking for it in the sense that you know that you're not the only person like you. And I think that was a great comparison. There's always someone else. If you think you're Billy Badass, there's someone that's even badder than you. The same person. The same person that you say that, oh, no one would take this off me, they're going to say no one's going to let me not take that from them. And once I thought that way, I was like, all right, bet. I need to start being aware that everything is not sweet. Like, for instance, we have only been into the 6th month of Austin, and we got over 30 homicides that are reported. I know about 15 more that the city's not going to talk about.
The police come
Dude,
and get your ass in the morning.
bro, it's wild.
You know
Dude,
what I'm
there's
saying?
people be dying, dude. I was at I ended up at some random like get together at the Quince.
Damn.
And it's only been 25 murders. No.
And also, why the fuck do people keep on ending up in Town Lake, bro? What the fuck's going on with that?
Perfect
Bro,
example. That paddler
Rainy
they
Street
just
Ripper.
found. Oh, no, that's that. Honestly, I'm gonna say this live on the podcast. I believe that the Lady Bird serial killer is a pedicab driver.
You think so?
I believe so because it all fits if you think about it. No one would ever look at a pedicab driver twice. Think about it. When you leave this podcast and you go out next time at night,
Don't get in a pedicab.
not even don't be aware of like no one second guesses a pedicab driver.
Why
at
is
all.
niggas taking pedicab? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It makes you think about things, right? Mm-hmm.
I think the lesson is have a buddy when you're going out in Austin.
And
There
then
you-
both of y'all be dead.
Yeah, and it's like
I'm just keeping it real.
No,
'Cause
no.
If you're a serial killer, we don't care about how many you came with. That just makes my body count go higher. You see what I'm saying?
well, dude.
No, you need somebody because I'm like, if me and you together,
First
and
off-
they try to kill her, I'm running the other way.
So you can go tell my story?
Yeah,
See that?
I just gotta be
He gonna chase
faster
after
than you, dog.
I'm already knowing I'm faster than you. Yeah, I am because I'm younger. Then I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna make a left. I'm gonna bust a right. Wherever way I see you go, I'm gonna go the other way. He gonna go after you. I'm gonna call the police once I make it home because I'm making it
Yeah,
home
he might be
first
dead.
before I do anything.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this whole story sounds false because I know for goddamn well he would not take his time to call 911 for me. So once he's gone away from danger, he's like, shit, I just pray cool
Hope
makes
it
it home.
works out.
What type of nigga you think I am? No, I can't.
I think you're a bust a left, bust a right, bust a left, bust a right type of person.
Well, dude. Well, I was gonna say though, what's crazy? Like she said, like have be with a friend. You women, that's standard protocol,
Not
right?
guys.
But even it's a men, dude. It's men getting fucking killed, and they're like they're leaving. Like that guy that left that people have left bars on Rainy, and just like nobody ever sees him again, dude. It's wild, bro.
I almost got into it with my DJ behind that.
Crazy.
I told him, I was like, hey, you know that it's crazy about here. Why are you just doing this? Yeah, I don't want to wake up and say, we haven't heard from him in 48 hours when all he had to do was share his location. But it's definitely serious. I really believe that the Lady Bird killer is someone that, no BS, Cody, looks like you. All right?
Probably. He also murders people that look like me too.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then again, guess what? Charismatic, has great mannerism, rides a pedicab. He's probably to himself, wears glasses, and he's just choosing like, this is the 3rd week of the month. I need to kill somebody.
This nigga imagination is something.
Hey man, hey, Jordan Peele riding Ryan Coogler. I'm cheap.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You're onto something though in that like when people see like a well-to-do white dude, they're not gonna the first
they
thought
don't
they're not
bat
gonna
an
be like,
eye. They don't bat an eye.
No, it is like one of those things where everybody talks about white privilege. You know what nobody talks about though? Fucking Asian privilege, dude. Do you ever suspect an Asian of doing anything?
Yeah, overcharging everything outside the store. How they up and buy?
I'm talking about violence here.
That is violent.
Yes.
You know,
what is violence that they do?
What?
They food. It's fucking violence.
it's amazing though. It's amazing though.
It's violence on the back end more so.
Nah, I love that.
If I could get a whole plate of orange chicken for $6, I don't want it.
Bro, I'll tell you what though,
It's not
goddamn
really
if
chicken.
they don't hustle, dude. When I was in New York, bro, when you order Chinese takeout, bro,
all
like
stuff.
fucking less than 10 minutes, dude.
love
Like
it.
what the fuck are these dudes doing? Like,
I just can't trust it, bro. Bro, no, it's
Which
not.
one?
It's not neat, bro. Like
I know
y'all
it's not.
y'all eating on earth and y'all not eating on no meat, bro. For real.
Hey, guess
Bro,
what?
they load in they meat at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning. You know why? Because they got bags of frozen cat and dogs that's coming in.
Yes,
and
sir.
they undolling them.
Undolling
and
them.
skinning them. Bro, hell, them our pets, my nigga.
Amen.
Like, so now you go in there and like, let me get the number 5. Let me get the spicy dog and the over rice. No, man.
Yeah, speak your truth.
yo, you got that?
man.
You got that sweet and sour Labrador?
Yeah,
I
you know what I'm
swear.
saying, bro? Like, no, man.
There's only one spot I can think that actually is following suit to what he's saying, and I don't want to discredit them, but it is located on Old Torf and Pleasant Valley. If you know where I'm talking about,
About
you
your
know.
rate?
Shut up. See, see.
I see. I don't eat the shit. I don't care. Sugar ain't over to us. My man said they got some motherfucking meow. So please,
Please be aware.
be aware. And I
aware.
know a couple homies that
I'm telling
ate
you.
there. So
It
Louise,
used to be my favorite spot until they got like a F rating on their like food.
oh
chart.
dogs.
Oh man! Then backdoor 2 weeks later, they were back open. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that.
hell
Now,
no.
mind you, I'm talking about all the Fortune 500 company offices are going there. I'm seeing employees from Google, Tesla out there eating. I'm just looking at them like they are not knowing. Like I'm from here. This is the only section of Austin that you do not see no stray cats or dogs. I swear to God, just sit in the parking lot for an hour and see if you see a stray cat or dog.
I never seen a missing cat and dog sign until I moved to Texas.
You hear me?
So
Talk.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on here,
Where
bro?
are they at?
Like, what is man?
Where
Come on,
they
bro.
at?
In your belly. Apparently.
Exactly. Y'all
Yeah,
belly.
man,
I ain't eating that
you
shit.
know you eating that orange chicken
Oh shit, you crazy as hell, boy.
for $6.99.
Nah,
Get
I mean,
a load
bro,
of the red
nah.
rice.
Bro, you guys stick Tex-Mex, dog. Get down Tex-Mex.
Oh,
you
yeah, I
know,
love
how you know a
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex spot is good? When it has a number in it. That's how you know. Like Taquera Jalisco number 7, bro. That's
Have
it.
you been in one?
That's it.
Anyone with the numbers?
What?
What he just
That's
said?
how you know it's good.
I ain't never been. Look,
Go
you
to
know,
one with a number, dude.
do you know how we find out here?
There aren't any other ones. They just call it that.
Shit. Look, I'm telling you right now. When there ever is a bad neighborhood, they have great food. I don't know why. That's a lot of places, but strictly
No
here,
cap.
go to Runberg, and just go turn left when you exit. And any taco spot you see is amazing. Is amazing. Come down to Montopolis, drive through all the bullshit, and make a right on Riverside. Any taco spot you see, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Well, and we were talking about too, like the gentrification of the east
Yeah.
side, but there's still some hood parts of the east
yeah.
side, bro, and that's
Yeah.
probably where you're finding the best food, dude.
You definitely will.
Yeah.
You definitely will.
Yeah,
Bro.
where I'm from, bro, you get your best food from the gas station.
I can believe it.
You go to get any type of gas station, you got somebody uncle that do crack.
If they
He
sell
a
gizzards, I'm with it.
wonderful cook.
Makes
Yeah.
the fucking
Man,
shit
I'm
out of your
talking
food.
about, bro, nigga. Make some of the best shit ever, bro.
If they don't serve gizzards, I don't want it.
Bro, sip gizzards, all that shit, bro.
Amen.
I know boudin balls. We ain't with all that.
I know. Yeah, I know you eat rabbits and stuff.
It's
Rabbit.
fucking the ladies, man. When they're when they're like going through all that shit, they're challenging each other to eat shit.
I
You're
thought
like,
you said
fuck.
That's
rabbits.
him.
Like,
That is him.
I
This
eat-
man will eat anything that's
Yeah.
on the God's
Yeah,
green earth and cook it very
rabbit,
well.
man,
As long as it's
gator.
pickled.
No. Jesus. Where we going?
I don't know, but I hope we get there soon.
No, but I eat a lot of shit that's like
Dude.
country ass shit.
Mhm.
Eat a lot of country
Snakes.
ass shit. Snake, most
Mhm.
definitely.
Snakes
Rabbit,
actually,
coon.
dude. You always really good. Alligators, fucking good.
Oh yeah,
alligator's
alligator.
good.
Bro, alligators.
And you have to cook it right because you can get sick.
Mm.
You-
Yeah,
if you
you
don't,
can
if you don't
get
properly cook gator right, that meat is exquisite.
Yeah,
But that's the first time I've ever had food poisoning is eating over at what's it called, Papados out here in Austin and stuff like that. Now-
I haven't been there yet.
So peep this, it's Papacitos, which is the Mexican spot, and Papados. Papados is the seafood. I used to always get it. Like,
They also
confused.
have a steakhouse too.
Yes, they actually do.
in Dallas. If you go to Dallas,
Yeah.
there's like they have all of them in like one little. So they have the Papa Steakhouse, Papa Dough, Papa
that's hard.
Cito's.
Oh, that's hard. I've never been there.
Where is Vince Young Steakhouse?
It's right down the street from us. We're actually a corner away from Vince Young Steakhouse. When we leave, I'll walk you over there.
I'm trying to. What's
He don't own it no more. Just letting you know.
Oh, he
No,
don't?
no. The name was bought out by him. By some other people. You feel what I'm saying? So they're keeping his likeness to keep that up and running.
They probably.
Dude,
Shout
he's
out
a
to
legend
Vince
up here,
Young.
bro.
No, shout out to Vince Young. He just had a birthday party a couple of weeks ago.
We just did it. we had played.
Y'all
it.
actually played that one.
Yeah, we
I
played
missed
it.
it.
Dude, he's cool, man. I hung
No,
out with him at
he
the
is very
Domain
down to earth.
randomly. Yeah, he's chill.
He's so down to earth that he remembers me. He'll just be in the club like, "Hey, Coota." I'm just looking like friends of mine is like, "Fuck, you know Vince Young." Say, man, don't ask about my past. Like, I bet that he would beat USC, and he did that. I made a nice chump of change on that game.
Every
Jesus.
time I'm around Vince, he don't stay around me long enough because I know he got money. So I be trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
you
want him
know.
to stay around me at least for like 2 minutes
So you can ask for 50,000.
so I can start complaining about my bills and shit.
I feel you, but he's not the one to complain. Just tell him what you need.
For real?
Tell him what you need.
Nigga, don't tell me that.
I'm
like,
telling
I need
you.
100.
Wait till you drunk though. Wait till you drunk though. You
Wait
know.
till I'm drunk?
Well, no, wait till he drunk. You know
Wait
what
till
I'm
he
saying?
drunk?
Yeah, just
Oh.
you know, talk your Mississippian.
Coda, can I ask you a question
Yes,
about the Austin scene growing?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm into the EDM community.
Perfect.
So my question to you is, is that something that you're welcoming? Are you happy to see the
Yes.
growth that EDM is bringing to this?
Ma'am, my DJ is an EDM phenomenal young cat, 25-year-old. My man Janari is the youngest sound engineer
Shout
for
out.
downtown Austin music scene
Shout out my boy,
and
man.
personal engineer for some of the biggest acts in Austin, including Nether Hour right next to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Type
So yes,
shit.
the EDM sound is not only something that we're welcoming, we're happy because now we got another day to add on why you should be in Austin. You feel me? If you don't know what to do in Austin, do two things. Go to your nearest convenience store, pick up an Austin Chronicle, or sign up to Do 512. Those two actions that you do will allow you to know what's going on for the next few months, weeks and day-to-day basis. And that's how you have fun in Austin without spending a lot of money. So yeah, EDM, we love it. Shout out to Floss Radamas. Shout out to OG.
Yo,
EDM.
Shaq's a DJ, dude.
Yeah, shout out to Shaq. Hey, fun fact, his daughter was graduated out here in Austin. She went to HT. You know what I mean? One of my partners, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say no.
Houston Tillotson.
Yeah, Houston Tillotson. Shout out to Houston Tillotson. Shout out Tay. You know what I mean? Tay, you know what the business is. But yeah,
Bro.
we love it.
Yeah, dude, EDM is like it's a whole nother scene here. We didn't really get too much into it, but yeah, that's dude, and like the mixtures too. Like there's definitely crossover, bro, between those like the scenes for sure.
Truly, I believe you have a better, long lasting career if you're derived on EDM because it's going to take you farther than most other categories. Henceforth, you can do faster remixes. You can make your own songs because I watch my DJ do that in front of me. And then you can actually mix in culture. And that's what's setting a lot of these DJs apart. And that's why I'm so happy that I attach myself to the right, group of individuals that can think out there and be creative, where they're looking on Instagram is like, oh, that's funny. Take that sound. And boom,
Dude,
now you have an EDM
I
song.
saw
I'm like, whoa.
I saw somebody sample like an iPhone ringer or something and turn it into a drop.
A whole drop.
I was like, bro,
Oh, drop.
because that's the cool thing about EDM. You can take fucking anything,
Anything.
dude. Anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
And like we were just joking about, like, Dave Chappelle and stuff like that. You can take little clips and turn them to something amazing. And I've watched him. I watched him do it. Wake up and just be, all right, this is what I'm doing today. All right, and I'm coming back from work and it's done. And everybody's talking about his mix. I'm like, bro, you did this like 3 hours ago. Yeah, isn't it cool?
Dude, those
Like, no
dudes-
excitement.
Those dudes are fucking geniuses. The
Yeah.
ones that like they'll just sit there and they'll just and you're like, what the fuck is this
Yeah,
doing?
seriously.
And he like 5 minutes later, like, what the fuck?
And what kills me is they can't explain how they do it.
No,
That's that whole
genius has trouble explaining itself.
Yeah, that Rain Man mentality.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite movies because a lot of my teachers used to ask me growing up, it's like, how do you have this ability to put words together and not write it down or read it? I said, well, it's basically like mixing Tetris and word search at the same time. So
Yeah.
as Tetris is coming down, imagine that block word like letters, and when you shift them, it makes a word. And then when you land them, you need to make sure that whole line makes sense to drop and demolish that foundation and keep going. That's the best analogy I can use of how I freestyle. As soon as I hear a beat, I'm like, okay, is it going to be consistent? Is it going to change some type of point? Cool. If I can listen to it all throughout, I know what I need to say when I hear it again. And people's like, how did you do that without writing? It's just the way my mind is.
Yeah.
Just like in Rain Man, he doesn't know what he's doing. He just does it.
Dude, people, and it's like, it's Jay-Z's famous for that, right?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't write shit down. But also, like, in comedy, did you know Patrice? That was
Yes.
his thing. That was Bill Burr. He's like, I never saw him have a notebook, ever.
He didn't have to because
No.
he was a situational comic. You understand, comedics and artists and musicians, we're supposed to be reporting the actual community. What's happening is
Amen.
we're losing that because the ones that actually are supporting and reporting the community are being silenced. And the ones that are...
And the shit is being
yeah.
platformed.
Do you see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And the ones that aren't actually reporting or they're reporting the negativity, we're actually just putting up as a big like poster child as that who we should be listening to. I know a lot of people don't like this individual, this content creator, Charleston White, but he has a great point. He tried to go to the lane to open up everybody's eyes and no one cared. But once he started doing this ratchet bullshit, everybody's giving him attention, which is truly right. We hate medicine. And I'm talking about my people.
He was changing laws,
You-
bro. Like he was like at the courthouse changing
Yeah.
laws and some bullshit for like the black community.
That's real shit.
Years.
For years, bro.
No one cared.
And no one cared. So like literally when he started coming out of here saying fuck King
Yeah.
Von and
Fuck
all
Pimp
the-
C and shit like that. He was doing
he was
outrageous.
He was doing outrageous shit, and then everybody starting to put eyes on him.
Yeah.
Then
Then
he was like, it's like
It's
how
a character.
how he says stuff. People don't know how to take it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just listen to what he's saying, man ain't telling no lies.
Not one.
He's
Yeah.
not telling not one lie, bro. At
It's,
all.
yeah, dude.
Like-
well, and it sucks because, like, you're right, and it's almost like, do I have to do this pandering bullshit to get the platform to say what I really want to say? Because
It
that's
really
what,
is.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
sucks.
what he did.
It really is. It's a character, and I didn't see myself being a gimmick. And I told everybody around me, it's like I before I slander what my family wanted me to be, I won't do it anymore. And I've been there. I wanted to quit rapping just because it didn't give me that spark that I wanted to have. And then I started seeing that, oh, if I give up, then who's really going to give you this story? Because I don't think no one else can give it the best way I can. I'm coming from being the kid that was teased. I'm coming from the one that was made fun of. I was coming from the one that everybody made fun of his name. But I tell you one thing, and like for real. But the one thing about it is the consistency. And everybody knows if I said it, I really did it.
Yeah.
So
Well, dude, and it's and I wish, bro, we're already
no, it's all
at
good.
our hour, but
I'm just happy.
But bro, like what you're doing is you're pounding the rock, bro. You're pounding the rock.
John
and
Henry.
you know, when nothing seems to help, you look at that stone cutter. He's hammering away 100 times. You don't see a crack, and then the 101st blow.
Like the Boondocks actual intro, I'm the stone that the builder refused.
Dude,
I'm fine with that.
bro, and it's like, kudos to you, man, for
Thank
not
you.
taking shortcuts, dude. You're not
For sure.
trying to like.
He wouldn't let
You're
me.
not pandering.
He wouldn't let me. The people
I'ma
around
talk
me
about
wouldn't
you.
have. Thanks a lot.
I'm gonna talk about it.
And meeting you, Cody, and being a part of this Cody and Kai podcast, I just really feel like y'all won't let me. So
Bro,
definitely, by all means.
We're here to like to talk to people that like are actually doing real shit, and that's what you're doing. And that's why when you hit me up and I saw it and I looked at you, I was like, all right, yeah, like, dude, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I thought it wasn't great,
No,
I
I
wouldn't
bet.
have asked you. But like,
Exactly.
I was like, all right, dude, I can respect.
And
this.
I appreciate that because I do that a lot. I don't reach out unless I have a sense of bond of why I should even be reaching out. Like because you were dealing with Alvin and Alvin, and I know a lot of other individuals that really would just been like, yeah, just because I was dealing with him don't mean that you have the validity to sit across my table and you give me an opportunity just to talk my ish. I appreciate it because
bro.
there's a lot of history that's being like kind of blanketed over, and you're giving the aspect for different aspects of people to give their opinion about what's going on in the city. That's all we wanted.
And I don't care where you come from. If you're bringing it, if you got talent and you are, and you do, like that's it. Like to me, it's like that's what it's about, bro. It doesn't matter. Like, and we said the same thing like last time with like country. It's like it may not be like what your flavor was, but these dudes, they're real shit, bro.
Hands
Nether
down.
Hour's real shit, bro.
I'm telling you, I have family members that come and have it in their calendar just to see these boys perform. And one thing about it, two things for sure, like I said before, they have written, well, specifically you, have risen the attendance of African American culture to come inside WTF to watch Nether Hour alone, and they're happy about it. They're starting to have an open ear about Bobby and everybody, because when y'all are together, y'all are one band, one sound, and that is no push to Nick Cannon, but that is a true statement. You have to be one band, one sound. You can't just like Alvin and hate Bobby. You feel what I'm saying? You can't just like Bishop and hate Bobby. You feel what I'm saying? You have to love all this together, because these boys make Nether Hour.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about our bond and how we leave the city of like, this is truly what Austin's about. Have a good time. Listen to some bluegrass music. You know what I mean?
Listen
Smoke
to
you a
hip-hop.
joint. Yeah. Hey, listen to my prayer. It's not about that. What I want you to leave is that y'all had a good time. You didn't have to worry about getting hurt.
Bro.
That's what Austin is about.
Facts, dude. Well, bro, I had a good time, man.
I did too.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Thank
dude,
you.
Seriously, bro.
Of course.
We'll bring you back. No
Thank
doubt,
you.
man.
Thank
Like
you.
it was dynamic and fun. And Alvin, bro, thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate you, brother. Good luck to Nether Hour
Yes.
on the tour. And Coota, where you at next? What you
Right
got going on?
now, I
What you wanna
think
hit?
what we're gonna do, honestly, my management has just told me to hold out on my project, which is called Fight My Sleep Volume 2. I've been working on it for about 5-6 years now, but because we've been dealing with Nether Hour and also Keezy Experience and trying to revamp how I want to be received in the city, we're not going to drop the album just yet, but we are dropping the music videos for each album. Each song. So it's going to be like tied in together. So I believe that way we receive it and present it to y'all is going to almost look like a full-length feature film to show you exactly what this meant to me and why it took so long for me to drop it, because we wanted you to kind of look at this as like a movie. Like, okay,
Fuck yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, dude, and you know when it's like, kudos to you for not trying to rush some shit out just to push it out. Because a lot of people are here like, I just want to get content out. I just want to get content out. No, take the time to make the right shit, to do things right, bro. And yeah, that's
and Cody, and this allows me to be happy with my decision of doing that, because now I'm creating content with you. I can clip farm these and put it out and make sure people know about Cody and Kai's podcast and where they can go to actually get their voice heard if it's worth hearing. So I definitely appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate it, man. And we'll see you again
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Yes, sir.
Right on, man.